Let's go back to Discord and hear from a few more people. First and foremost, I want to go to Adrian from Wyoming. I don't know why Wyoming is so interesting to me. I've never been. It has such a small population. I would like to visit Adrian and see what it's all about, you know?
Hi, David. Pleasure to speak with you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. Yeah, I live in Laramie. So my parents actually grew up in New York, but my parents both teach at the University of Wyoming. Um, it's the only four-year school in the state, so it's kind of an anomaly when it comes to like all the other small rural
Wow.
towns. But it's beautiful. You should actually definitely go drive through the mountains and see it all. But that's not the focus of my question. I was actually wondering a little bit about a different part of the world.
Sure.
In that I know, so you were born in Argentina, and I was wondering, there's an emerging group within the South American left, like leaders like Petro Castillo until he was ousted, AMLO, I can't remember, I don't know if Castro's part of it in Central America, but I was wondering if you were thinking what your thoughts are on this new rise of leftist leaders like Lula, and if it's built to last or if it's potentially susceptible to more right-wing takeovers like we just saw in Peru, and what the left in South America would need to do to ensure that it's got more staying power as it's a relatively new phenomenon.
Listen, I don't know if it has staying power. I know that on this issue, there's some people in the audience who like to say, oh, I'm some right winger and my family was part of the Argentinian right wing. And that's how we were able to get out. And we were supporters of the dictatorship in Argentina. You know, none of that stuff is true. All of my family has been on the left, and many are even further left than I am. And, you know, I have no sort of like familial opposition to left wingers in Latin America. The concern I've had with some of the Latin American so-called left-wing leaders of the last 20 years is that often it's the exact same sort of playbook. It's the populist rhetoric, and they do some good things for the poor, but they rape and pillage many of the resources of the countries. In some cases, they abscond with obscene amounts of cash. There's not always freedom of the press. There's not always freedom of the courts. We've seen in Venezuela and elsewhere. So I don't take any kind of like big picture, this is good or this is bad. I'm on the left, right? So like, as I've said before, between Bolsonaro and Lula, if those are my choices, I'm picking Lula. I also have concerns about Lula, and I outlined them in the video I did about him. And I have to say it 1,000 times, I still choose him over Bolsonaro, but I don't think Lula is God's gift to progressive politics either, you know? So I think we just have to wait and see
Absolutely.
and evaluate these individually.
Absolutely. I hope that they're like, I hope that what was I going to say? I was just in Colombia, and I was speaking with a lot of like my younger friends there who say they um they have hope, but they're a little worried because the divide here is relatively stark, like as in the U.S. between like younger and older generations as to the image of the ideal society going forward. So yeah, I was just curious about your take, and I appreciate the call. Thank you very much for your time.
All right. Thank you, Adrian from Wyoming. Great to hear from you. Very much appreciate it. Imagine for a second that you try logging into your email account only to find that your password was changed an hour ago. And then you get notifications of activity from your bank and then your credit cards. That is what identity theft is like, and it's a horrible feeling. And we dealt with it at the show not that long ago, but now I have an app called Aura, which gives me much more peace of mind. Our sponsor, Aura, is the all-in-one solution for keeping your online account safe, because Aura will scan the dark web for your personal info, passwords, social security number, and you get fast alerts when they find something. You also get fast alerts about credit inquiries. Aura protects all of your devices from malware. Aura even requests the removal of your info from data broker sites, and Aura helps you manage what your kids can do on their devices. You can restrict certain apps, set screen time limits, set focus times when you need them off of devices. Go to aura.com/Pacman to try it free for 7 days. Your login credentials might already be floating around out there, and Aura will tell you instantly for free. The link is down below.